should fucking hate poor people. You should despise poor people. You should despise people that are broke. You should absolutely hate them with a burning passion. You should hate poor people. Absolutely hate them. And you're like, Ali, why should I hate poor people? Well, do you want to be poor? You're like, well, no. Okay, then you need to develop a hatred for poor people and things that are poor. You should develop a very deep hatred for scarcity and not having anything or any abundance. And you don't even have to be rich to understand this. The reason why I'm saying hate, and I'm specifically saying the word hate, is because hatred and love are the two strongest emotions that a human being can feel. Hatred and love, right? When you hate something, it repulses you, it pushes you away from it. But when you love something, it attracts you, it pulls you towards it to the point that you never want to fucking let go. So the reason why I say you guys should fucking hate poor people is because I want you guys to hate being poor. I want you guys to hate feeling weak. I want you guys to hate having scarcity in your life. Because when you develop this hatred, the only way hatred exists is if love exists. So if you hate everything that has to do with being poor, you know what you're going to love? Being rich, having abundance, having options and choices and freedom. You're going to love that. And when you love that, you're going to be pulled towards it. What does this mean? Your actions and your behaviors are going to lead towards a wealthy life, towards being rich, towards having abundance, towards having choice, towards having freedom, because you love that. And anything that isn't that, you hate it. And when you have hatred for something, you want to run away from it. So right now, if you're poor and if you actually hated being poor and broke and having scarcity and having no hoes and all this other kind of stuff, you wouldn't be able to live this existence. The only reason why you could be poor, broke, and hate your life right now, right? Or not even hate your life. The reason why you could be in this situation you're in right now, no hoes, no abundance, hella scarcity, broke, is because you don't actually hate being broke. You don't hate being poor that much. Because if you really hated it, as I just described earlier, you were super repulsed by it, you'd be running towards being rich. You'd be doing whatever it takes to become rich. That's all that'd be on your mind 24 fucking 7 because you hate your situation that much. You'd rather die than stay in this situation. So you're going to do whatever it takes to seek abundance, to become rich, to become wealthy. So I need you guys to develop this visceral hatred. Everything that involves being poor, you must hate that shit. The victim mentality, you must hate that shit. That's why most niggas are broke. Victim mentality. The scarcity, you must hate that shit. The no bitches, you must hate that shit. The no money, you must hate that shit. The fact that your parents can't retire right now, you should hate that shit. You need to develop a hatred for everything that involves being poor, because that will force you to become rich. Because to hate being poor, you must love being rich. And it's crazy. A lot of you stupid niggas watching this shit right now, you're actually in the middle. You don't love being rich, but you don't hate being poor, which just means you're poor. Let's just be real. Which means you're poor, which means you're just getting by the skin of your teeth. You're like, well, things aren't that bad, but things aren't that good. Hell, I'd rather be dead fucking broke, homeless, no money to my name, no abundance, ugly as hell, out of shape, fat, than be in the middle where I'm not rich, but I'm not broke. Because a lot of guys die in the middle. A lot of guys really just die in the middle because it's not that bad or not that good. It's just mid. It's mid. And because it's just mid, you're like, whatever. There's not strong enough emotion that's going to pull you any direction. And I'm saying, if you want to be a massive winner in your life, you need as strong a pull as possible. So you need to develop a hatred for being poor. Because if you don't have that hatred, you're not going to get pulled hard enough towards the wealth. This needs to feel emotional. This isn't even supposed to be illogical. That's why I'm explaining it this way. This is above logic. You need to feel visceral emotion behind this. You really need to feel like, no, I can't be poor. I'd rather die than be poor. I hate this shit so much. You really need to hate it. You need to feel it. It needs to be emotional. You'd be like, I don't fucking want to be poor anymore. To the point like you want to cry. To the point you want to throw up. It needs to feel really bad. It really does. Because if it doesn't really feel really that bad, you're just not going to work that hard. You know, you can use love in this way. You should never be loving these hoes, but you should be loving your goals. You should be loving your success. You should be loving wealth. You know, You don't even need to be rich or have money to understand these things when it comes to hatred and love. Like, if you want to have something a lot in your life, then you have to hate everything that is the opposite of that. You know, if you want to be strong, you have to hate being weak. Because if you don't really mind being weak and you're not really that strong, you're in the middle, you're not going to head any direction. You're just going to be mid, which is also gay. I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather be at the worst, the bottom, than be in the middle, because most niggas really just die in the middle. You know, when you're at the bottom, at least you can get an insane amount of drive that takes you to the top. You can go from 0 to 100. Most guys, if they're at 0 to like 50, they don't go any higher because it's like, this is okay. I'm comfortable here. You know, so I want you guys to go from 0 to 100. And the only way you can go from 0 to 100 is if you develop a hatred. Everything that you don't like, you need to develop a hatred for. Weakness, you need to hate that shit. Right? No hoes, you need to hate that shit. No money, you need to hate that shit. Everything you don't want to be like, you need to hate it. It can't be a dislike. It needs to be a hatred. It needs to be visceral. You need to feel an extreme amount of disgust. And I'm telling you, when you start moving like that, bruh, winning and success is inevitable, you know? So hate fucking poor people. You should hate bums. You should hate poor people. You should hate homeless niggas. You should hate that shit. You should be really seeing them and be like, I never fucking want to be in that situation ever in my fucking life. You know? Not because you hate them as a human being, of course, but because you hate the situation. You have to hate their lifestyle, the way that they live their life, their mentality, the mentality that has led to that situation. You need to hate it so fucking much. It needs to really fucking wrench your heart, you know? So every single time you see that shit, you should be like, I hate this thing. I hate this. I hate this. Every single time you see people who are broke or poor, who complain, who have a victim mentality, you need to be like, I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga. I hate this nigga. I hate this mindset. I hate this nigga. I hate this mindset, you know? And then every single time you see money, abundance, fast cars, bad bitches, power, intelligence, strength, you should be like, I love this shit. 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 You know, you have to psyop your mind into being a winner, because that's what all winners are like. All winners are just men who have psyoped themselves into being winners. They've gaslighted themselves into being winners. It's not like it's just some random nigga who's like, I want to be a winner today. Nope, fucking gay. That doesn't work. It's no, I just win. I just need to win. I'm a winner no matter what. Like, you're gaslighted. It doesn't even have to make sense. I'm a winner. And naturally your action will follow. So that's how I want you guys to move. Fuck poor people, bro. Fuck the poor. Fuck broke niggas. That's not how we move over here on the fam. We're all rich. We're all trying to get rich. We're all trying to do everything in our power to become as powerful as possible, because that's the best way for you to live your life as a man. So, yeah, nice little yap session there. I hope you guys fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the liberal hoes. Just smash and dash these bitches. Never wipe these hoes. Always think about shit in the second, third, and fourth, and fifth order, so you can ensure that you add as many decisions to your life that have a slew of amazing consequences, and you avoid as many decisions in your life that have a slew of bad consequences that lead you to being fucking poor. So hate the poor niggas too, and you'll never be poor. So